Lucier doing our weekly Tongren session. Thank you for joining us. We do Tongren therapy, distance healing, which, as I call it, healing without borders. I can give a healing session to people all over the world. And for yourselves, the only work that you got to do is sit with your feet flat on the floor, palms face up if you can, or if you want to meditate, you can also do a relaxation breathing technique, which is what I call the 4-8-8 breath, breathing through the nose, of course. And you breathe in through your nose, which increases increases oxygen capabilities by 20%. And you breathe in through the nose, count to 4, out, count to 4, hold, count to 8. I'm sorry, 4-8-8 breath. That's what it is, 4-8-8 breath. But my goal today is to work on opening bioelectrical blockages for helping people experience better health. So here we go. Blood flow to the brain. So we do a 3-part process, just as we teach in the workshops. We teach Be Your Own Healer workshops, which we call Be Your Own Healer, because you can actually be your own healer. So in order to get any type of systemic increase in overall health, like boosting your metabolism, you boost blood flow to the brain. Blood flow to the brain. Command points of the brain. So we initialize different things because we want to basically wake the body up and start the communication. Bioelectrical, which is the nerves, biochemical, which is the hormones, and even craniosacral fluid flow, which is nourishment for the spine. Command points for the brain. So we still have actually some questions here from the interview we did on Tuesday with Dr. Sarcus, Sarcus. Command points of the brain stem, and then we're going to start to work for Esther right away, which she has chronic pain, bladder, difficulty completing things, headaches. So let's work on the headaches. Base of the skull. I'm going to sit back so you can actually see my hands. It took me about 3 weeks to realize what LESAZ stands for. I need a vacation, I think. GB17, GB17, BL9, GB19, GB20, and GB19 for headaches. Right on the base of the skull, halfway between the center line and the earlobe of the back skull. So anybody here also see the Dr. Sarcus interview? He's a bit controversial as well. So also for pain, T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. So let's work on GB13 for the mind, difficult completing tasks, chronic pain, T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. Microbiome, T11, T12, L4, and L5. And the entire spine for everyone, bioelectrical flow. And grounding to liver 3 and kidney 1. So is that you who put in the information about vagus nerve to the guts? And let's work on the bladder, S1 to 5 for Esther. And Catherine McGlynn said she was going to be at a hypnosis convention. Sounds like it will be kind of quiet. Bladder 1 to 5. CB13 for completing tax. Right side. T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. And grounding to liver 3 and kidney 1, and also vagus nerve to phrenic nerve, and the vagus nerve and the gut. And grounding to liver 3 and kidney 1. So how's everybody doing so far? So next we'll work on LESAZ, less in Arizona. GI system, ate something bad, and prostate cancer. Blood flow to the brain. Something I've been reading about lately for prostate, specifically modified fruit pectin. I googled modified fruit pectin prostate. Seems to be a binder specifically for prostate issues. So blood flow to the brain. Sorry to hear about your GI system. So let's work on the vagus nerve right away. And we have a question that says, I'm curious if Tongren healing can help with tics associated with anxiety and OCD. For sure, the thing would be to find out the cause, which is an anxiety trigger. There's a device called a relaxator, which can help to activate the parasympathetic nervous system and deactivate the sympathetic nervous system. The other thing is to make sure it's not a deficiency like vitamin B12. I would put magnesium in the area also, which would relax the muscles and relax the nerves under the muscles. So those are some things to think about. So the digestive system, the GI system, first T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. And the microbiome, T11, T12, L4, L5 for less. T11, T12, L4, L5. Did you get a PSA test? Less. So anybody out there in the world of Facebook, Tongren Station, and YouTube? Activate the whole spine. Everything related to the prostate. Everything related to the GI tract. T7, 8, and 9. Let's work on the muscles and the nerves in the area. Brachial plexus, lumbosacral plexus, and especially the colon area. T8 for the esophagus, and L1, 2, 3 for the prostate area for less. And let me know if you can hear that fan in the background, if it's interfering with our recording. And grounding. GI tract, CV17. And the question is, please offer guidance on acne and IBS. So acne if you think of the detox systems of the body, number one is the liver. We also have the liver and then the kidneys, of course, which is kind of detox removal. But the liver kind of manages toxins. And if that is congested with too many toxins, it goes to the partner of the liver, which is the skin. And then the toxins come out in things like acne. So you want to work on the liver and the skin both. And the best way to do that is through clay therapy. So that's one thing. So for IBS, fermented foods, aloe vera would be two good choices to start for the IBS. Vertebral artery, spinal artery. So let's work on the craniosacral fluid. How's everybody doing? And Kathy K, you don't have to register necessarily. So Les, your PSA went down again. Okay. All right. Sounds good. But let's look, we'll both do some research. Modified fruit pectin, finely milled for prostate cancer as well. And we're going to work on the bones with Bone Grow. For everyone, Grow Bone, I think is the name of the product. And let's work specifically for this acne and IBS, as well as esophageal cancer. So in Tongren, we work on the skin, T4, and as I mentioned before, it's also related to the liver, T9, right side, C1 to S5. So, craniosacral fluid, sphenoid bone to the tailbone, oxygen for cancer, and I hope you guys enjoyed the interview. He's got some pretty out there thoughts, but the core ideas are sound, such as oxygen, voltage, and pH. Those are core fundamental health metrics. And welcome, Mumashari. Vertebral artery, spinal artery, T7, 8, 9 for the esophagus. And special focus on oxygen again. Sky window, CV17. So phrenic nerve, CV17, phrenic nerve, and the diaphragm. Canadian North. Oh, Canada. Sounds great. I'm wearing a vest. No. Wow, if you could possibly get a screenshot, that would be cool. You logged in on Facebook and I'm wearing a vest. It's been a while. Oh, the vest may have been from the sweat. So let's really work on focusing on esophageal cancer. For Fran, open a blockage on T8, right side. Lumbosacral plexus. Chi for perfect blood and lymph. We'll do a big lymph tune-up right now. Everyone, we've worked with Esther. Catherine McGlynn is at a hypnosis seminar. As I said, I think everybody in the group will have their eyes closed. Could be exciting. And we'll finish for, again, esophageal cancer. T8, right side. CV17. CV12 from the front. Vagus nerve, CV17, CV12. Serious improvement from last week, the rotator cuff, so let's continue on that. So today I'm wearing a red shirt, which hopefully will show up for everyone. And then grounding, liver 3, and kidney 1. Liver 3 and kidney 1. And next we have perfect blood. We're going to work on circulation, teeth, and gums. Cheryl Ann, good to see you. Blood flow to the brain. I feel like we missed something here. Nope. Blood flow to the brain command points. Hypothalamus pituitary. Command points to the brainstem. And especially TV17 for circulation. solar plexus for the shoulders. And let's work on C3, 4, and 5 for the teeth, gums, and knee stiffness. We'll get down there too. T1 for the bones and perfect blood. Shoulder release point. Perfect blood. T1 for the bones. T3 for the lungs and the lymph. Great way to increase lymph circulation is through castor oil, which accelerates lymph drainage. A rebounder is always great. So we're working for CML as well, which is the bones. T1 for the bones. T3 for the lymph. T5 again for the bones. Blood flow. Yep, and we don't want to miss the ouch points for the teeth and gums. Repetitive stress syndrome, is that pain in the elbows? And down. Perfect blood, and again for the bones, GB39, but especially for the bones, the craniosacral fluid, because that nourishes the bone marrow. GB789. Sphenoid bone down to the tailbone, tailbone 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's do a big lymph tune-up for everyone. Lymph, ready, T3 for the lungs and the lymph. T7, the spleen for the largest lymph. Lymph on the side of the neck. So for Cheryl Ann, who was requesting circulation, teeth and gums, we worked right on the ouch points, which will help feel the chi pulsating in hands and arms and lower extremities, because we want to go to the sources. C3, the gums, and the nerves. Continue to work on those for you. We'll also won't forget your knee. T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, the lymph area. T3 for the lymph. T7 for the spleen. And the major lymph nodes. Armpits. Axillary lymph. axillary lymph, and the upper, middle, and lower dantians, but the axillary lymph of the armpits, inguinal lymph, and the pliers patch, which is a great place to put on for lymph acceleration. You put a castor oil pack right on the belly, just below the belly button. That's a major central area to increase circulation, lymph drainage. And hello, Patty, Barry, Cindy, 724. Yay. And working down spleen 6, but the right knee area. Oh, not sure which knee, but we'll work on the ouch point of the knees, then great point, stomach 36 of the knees. And grounding to the earth as always. Liver 3 and kidney 1. So next we work with OD and tendinitis in the scapula. And we worked on CML, the bone marrow. We will also work on the rotator cuff and scoliosis. So let's work blood flow to the brain. Brain command points. Brain stem command points. Vertebral artery to the spinal artery. Repetitive stress syndrome. We got a couple of people with tendinitis and different things, so I'm presuming it is the elbows. So let's work on the elbows. Carpal tunnels and the source, brachial plexus nerves. One, two, three, four, seven, eight. Any itis for OD? 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, and then repetitive motion. The elbow, tennis elbow. You can even work on this yourself. If you put your finger on the pain and rotate your arms like this. If it's on the other side, you do it like the other way. You'll feel it rotating under your elbow, and it will help it fix it up. And just massage it good and strong for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. Tendinitis, rotator, scapula. So the source, the nerves, brachial plexus, and then the ouch point, target point, all around the scapula areas on both sides. And the internal area of the scapula, the rotator cuff and shoulders. Let's do a little bit extra CV17 for those, and the nerve sources. People feeling the chi. And intrigued settler, bone spur, heel, nerve pain, left arm and hand. We'll work on that. And grounding to liver 3, but while we do that, we'll work again on the knees for Cheryl Ann. Stomach 36, both sides, and the ouch point for both knees. And for homeopathy LM, a general tune-up, coming right up. Rounding liver 3 and kidney 1. We didn't forget cocoa. We've got to work on the lungs and the heart next to the paws. Left foot to the brain. Let's do a little extra on the clavicle area for OD. Yin Tong area, third eye. Clavicle, stomach 11 and 12 on both sides. Clavicle and sky window area for OD. So bone spurs means sometimes there is acidity in the body. The acidity forces calcium to be pulled from the bones to buffer the blood, which is a vital survival requirement. So blood flow to the brain and calcium balancing, C6, C7. Nerve pain, left arm, make sure you get plenty of B12. Hydration for the bone, spinal discs. They're a sponge, so they respond well to getting hydrated. But let's work on the nerve pain in the left arm and hand from tight neck and shoulders. So shoulder release. Vertebral artery to the spinal artery. And we will continue on. C6, C7, bone spurs, calcium balancing. So the pituitary, GV20, C6, C7, calcium balancing. And don't forget your B12. Shoulder release point, GV21. And the brachial plexus for the arms, and then the left arm all the way down to the ouch point. Grounding liver 3 and kidney 1, and we don't want to forget scoliosis and memory improvements. So GB13 for the memory, left side and right side both. And then we'll work on scoliosis, rotator cuff. So we'll work on the bones for scoliosis, and the spine is a great remedy for the bones from Vitality Herbs and Clay. Clay baths are really good, and of course yoga for the scoliosis, which I did and improved my curved spine. So I highly recommend that. Tibial artery to the spinal artery. Good to see you, Peggy. So high blood pressure, chrysanthemum tea, beet juice, TV17 for the medulla. TV17 for the blood pressure. Immune system, T123, 478, and the general tune-up, T123, 478. And the general tune-up microbiome, T11, T12, L4, L5. Bladder 54 for the knees. Put your mind in the knees. And grounding, liver 3 and kidney 1. And grounding, liver 3 and kidney 1. So again, for high blood pressure, chrysanthemum tea, beet juice, breath work, breath training, nitric oxide training as well. T123, 478. And grounding, liver 3 and kidney 1. So how's everybody doing? You doing good? Okay, let's do one more round for everyone. We've got teeth and gums, good success, high blood pressure, and then we're going to work specifically for the prostate and great chi flow. We're going to tap for histamine and depression and some more itis, tendinitis, and neuralgia. Blood flow to the brain. Command points of the brain. Command points of the brain stem. Hope you're all staying cool, rather. There's a person here from Arizona, and I hope their temperature goes below 100. We hit 100 the other day. And hello, Ed Panama. Hello, everyone. Honey, good to see you. Vertebral artery to the spinal artery. So histamine, vitamin B12. Check your vitamin B12 levels. That can manage your histamines. And your MMA test, your histamine, and your histamine test itself. And then post-COVID depression. So definitely fermented foods, exercise, focusing on healing the microclots side effects from COVID. T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. T3 for the lungs for Coco. Brachial plexus for Coco, lumbosacral plexus for Coco as well. TV20 for hormone balancing. Coco is our mascot. And yes, you put in your requests in Instagram for sure. Just type in your request. So the whole occiput for the migraines, but especially GB19. Gallbladder 19, about halfway from the back of the neck to the earlobe. That's the point for the migraines, right under the skull. If you can do it with your hands. And T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8 for migraines, sky window, blood flow to the brain for the migraines and neuralgia. Left with burning mouth, C3, 4, and 5. So burning mouth syndrome. Do you know the cause of the burning mouth syndrome? T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. The lungs for Coco and the lungs for grief. T3. So probably something good for the mouth would be swishing with coconut oil or swishing with aloe vera. Those would be a couple of good options. Neuralgia, let's work on the main nerves. Brachial plexus for the nerves for the arms and the upper body. Lumbosacral plexus for the nerves for the legs and the lower body. T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8 for neuralgia, anti-inflammation. And Northern California has great weather now, I'm sure. I'm sure it's great. So as we come down, we want to work on the sphincter, pelvic mobility. So T7, blood flow, nerve flow, that's our two main areas. T7 for blood flow in the lower extremities. Lumbosacral plexus for all of those areas, pelvic bowl. Increase mobility, we want to do the main nerve centers, the brachial plexus, lumbosacral plexus. T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. Stop the spreading of shingles. Shingles is caused by an Epstein-Barr virus, so I highly recommend an EBV tincture by Pure Formulas, Epstein-Barr virus tincture, homeopathic from Pure Formulas to get rid of the shingles. And let's work on the out point, the sternum area, and the right breast area. The itchiness, yes. And the blisters, I know, are very painful. So for the shingles outbreak, we work on a two-part detox process, the liver, T9 right side, and T4 for the skin. I would look up aloe vera from a company called Herbal Answers or aloeanswers.com, and skin. Yes, I've used this with other people with skin issues. The aloe vera, there is a spray as well as a gel, as well as the drink. All good for the skin. And grounding to liver 3 and kidney 1. And great user, you are next. One more area for the out point for the shingles. That's the word. Grounding liver 3 and kidney 1. Radial nerve in your fingers on left hand and palm. So let's work on the source. And for the scars, so lumbosacral plexus, brachial plexus. T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, anti-inflammation. Well, let's work directly on the radial nerve that goes down to the carpal tunnel. especially the left hand and palms. And scars, vitamin E oil. And as we go down, we'll work on the adrenals. Anti-inflammation, T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, brachial plexus of the arms, and the whole ouch point area of the arms. T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, anti-inflammation, and then we'll work on the adrenals. So we start at the command point of the endocrine system, lumbar 1 rather, the adrenals. So we'll get the adrenals. Palsy nerve, whereabouts? Is it Bell's palsy in the face? Yeah, let me know we have time. We'll work on that too. And for everyone, a charge. Upper Dantian, Intang area, middle Dantian, CV17. So let me know, great user. I'm guessing it is sky window, facial artery, facial nerves for facial palsy. Bell's palsy, rather. And sore throat. Okay, let's finish up with the sore throat, which could be COVID or different things. We'll do a general tune-up for everyone. Blood flow to the brain command points, brain stem command points. So for the throat, blood flow, nerve flow, blood flow, vertebral artery, spinal artery, and then C3, 4, and 5. And for the palsy nerve, the lumbosacral plexus, the brachial plexus. T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8 for anti-inflammation. But left hand and fingers, let's just go right down the ouch point for the palsy nerves. Check your vitamin B12, your vitamin D, vitamin C. Do high dose vitamin B12 especially. Clay baths, but I would put wheatgrass balm on the left hand fingers twice a week. Oh, okay. Definitely clay for the bones. So let's do the bones. T1, craniosacral fluid, tailbone 1 to 4, GB39 for the bones. Spleen 6. Grounding for everyone, liver 3 and kidney 1. Thank you everyone for joining. God bless you too, everyone. Chi, charge the Chi, battery CV4 for everyone. Ed Panama, thank you very much. Increase mobility, we worked on all that. Yep. Good to see everyone. Be kind to one another. Be safe. Be cool. And have a great day. And we will do some entrainment as we depart on the rest of our lives. Yep, hold on and I'll tell you what to take once a week. And for anyone with any nerve issues, twice a week, there's a website called grassfactor.com. I would recommend the wheatgrass balm. Don't put it on every day. It works better if it's spread out. So that's grassfactor.com. Wheatgrass, wheatgrass, the drink, WHEATGRASS.com. And put that on there twice a week. You can alternate that with clay poultices for the bones or clay baths. Thanks very much and have a great day, everyone. Be well.